Just a short vlog, 2 minutes. Hasan Nasrullah's speech, the head of the Hezbollah. He says the American fleet is parked out in the Mediterranean. We have been given a message that if you enter the war, if Hezbollah enters the war, then we, the Americans, is going to bomb you to the Stone Age. And it's not just Lebanon, but they will even bomb Iran. So that's the message he has communicated very clearly in his speech. And in that sense, and by the way, this message was communicated on the 8th of October. So the Al-Aqsa storm happened on the 7th. The very next day, the Americans communicated this message, right? So now what we see, Hezbollah has been keeping this very low intensity, keeping it below the radar. So in other words, he's like hinting that, if we go all out, then if we go any bigger than this, then it's going to be all out. It's going to become a regional war in a very big way. So that's where things are at. At the same time, he said the war is very much on. We are in it, and we are bogging down 1/3 of the Israeli army, a quarter of their air force. And what else did he say? That yes, Israel has had to evacuate from, if I heard him correctly, 43 settlements in North Israel along Lebanon, and 57 settlements near Gaza. So that's about 100 settlements. And he says 20% of Israeli households have been displaced. This is not an economically sustainable position for Israel, and it is a huge cost. They've had to mobilize a very large reserve army. So he's also walked us through some numbers that it is costing Israel a lot. But anyhow, I think the key takeaway was that Hezbollah would very much like to go bigger, but it's being kept at a low threshold. It's a very serious warning if what he's saying is true by the Americans. If this thing gets out of hand, because at the same time he's told Israel to stop the war in Gaza. Okay, he's saying stop the aggression in Gaza. So he spelled that out. So that's that I thought was the key takeaway. I think for now, Hezbollah and Iran both feel that Hamas can drag this war on for some time. But if this thing escalates, it's a powder keg. It will get out of hand very, very quickly with the American fleet parked there. So that's where things are at.